Hi, welcome back to Inside Charlottesville, your local monthly public affairs TV program. I'm your host, Afton Schneider, Director of Communications and Public Engagement for the city. On this episode, we'll go on the spot with City Manager Sam Sanders for our monthly update from city leadership. We'll visit the recent unveiling ceremony for a new state historical marker honoring Carver Inn. We'll hear from CPD Officer Eric Pendleton with information about the National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. Public Safety Information Officer Kyle Irvin gives you an inside look at the training and testing that helps prepare our first responders for the challenges they face every day. We'll take you to the launch of the Energy Resource Hub, connecting homeowners, renters, and businesses in the Charlottesville area with rebates and energy-saving incentives. And we'll get to know Kristel Riddervold, Director of the city's Office of Sustainability.
Let's go ahead and put Sam on the spot. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Kyle.
How you doing?
I'm all right. You?
I'm doing great. Hey, we got a couple questions for you for on the spot.
Great.
So the Tom Tom Festival is coming up, and I hear that the city is sponsoring the block party.
Right.
You have any more details on that?
Well, I mean, it's a good time. It's an opportunity for a lot of different types of artists to be out there, and it's intended to be a draw for everybody who lives in our community. So it's different music, different styles, different approaches, so that everybody sees a place for themselves.
And was this always a city partnership? How did that evolve?
This is our third year. We've been working with Tom Tom just to make sure that it is viewed as a multicultural event so that we are able to ensure that everyone can find their place. And the goal is that we will make sure that it's well attended. So, yeah.
Okay. And how are other city departments involved? Are they a part of the panels or the events that are going on?
Yeah, there are multiple ways. We have some folks that'll probably have booths out there sharing information for public use. We had our economic development and climate teams out there last year, so I imagine they'd come back. And we definitely have different members of our team that are subject matter experts on different topics, so they'll be presenting, including myself.
Okay, and riffing off of that, we hear that there's a panel that's going to be held at the Tom Tom Festival with Jim Ryan and Jeff Richardson.
Right. Yeah, so we're doing, it's part of the Civic Futures focus. The topic is innovation, and it's just to have each of us as the heads of our various entities to speak about how we're working on innovation and how we're crossing our boundaries and doing this thing collaboratively.
All right. Well, Sam, thanks for being
on the spot.
Back in December 2023, Edwina St. Rose asked the Historic Resources Committee to sponsor a state historical marker to recognize and memorialize the Carver Inn.
Shout out to Edwina.
Yes. And it stood, the building itself actually stood where you all are standing out there. The grade was very different, but the inn was here and Preston Avenue was widened. This marker is the first in the city to specifically recognize a Green Book site. And beyond celebrating the Carver Inn, we hope this marker provides a long-missing informational element for interpretation and education regarding this period in our nation's past and in Charlottesville's history, and that it initiates interest in researching, revealing, and interpreting other Green Book sites here within the city of Charlottesville. So thank you, and with that, Mayor Wade.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here with everyone for the unveiling of yet another historical marker celebrating the legacy of Black people here in this community. You know, just a few weeks ago, Eugene and I, many of us were down at Court Square where I talked about never forgetting the suffering endured by countless enslaved Blacks, men, women, and children. But today, I'm proud to, because unlike the other marker at Court Square, this marker is a site of the Carver Inn that represents Black community's ability to rise above the ashes of Jim Crow and segregation and establish their own community and their own places of gathering that hosted of the likes of Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Thurgood Marshall, and many, many more. In the face of adversity, they built culture right here in Charlottesville.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Even though Carver Inn is no longer standing, the memories of every guest that was hosted here, each member of the social club, every customer that came through the door of the beauty salon remains. I want to give a special thanks out to the Charlottesville Historical Resources Committee for ensuring that these memories would never fade away with this installment of this marker. Again, thank you all for so much.
I am Asia McLeod Walker. I'm actually the youngest daughter of Margaret McLeod Kane, who is the granddaughter of one of the founders of the Carver Inn. She is his granddaughter and I am his great-granddaughter. It's amazing to see how history is being recognized. Even though the scars can't be taken away, it feels good just to get a little recognition. So much is being done to erase history or block certain parts out. The more we are able to get the facts known, the more people will understand why some of the things happen the way that they do. I have a new appreciation for my mother and my aunts and how they grew up and the sacrifices they made for me and my sister and brother and my cousins and now my children and one day my grandchildren. It won't die with us. We will make sure that her legacy, his legacy, lives on.
I'm Officer Eric Pendleton with the Community Services Bureau at the Charlottesville Police Department. CPD is happy to announce that in cooperation with the Drug Enforcement Administration, we will be hosting National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day on Saturday, April the 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can bring your unwanted prescription drugs to the Mickey Annex and we will safely dispose of the drugs for you.
Is this a drug take back?
Yes, sir.
I got a bout of drugs I no longer need.
Thank you, sir. We'll see that it's taken care of.
Thank you.
It's just that easy. Hope to see you there.
The following videos give you an inside look at the training and testing that help prepare our first responders for the challenges they face every day. To start the Law Fit course, once you stand up from a seated position, your course time will start. You will sprint 25 yards and jump over the 2 lines at the end, simulating a creek jump. From there, you will sprint another 25 yards until you get to the wall climb. Climb over the wall. If you do not climb over the wall and run to the side, you will have to repeat this step. Once you go over the wall, you will have a 15-yard sprint to the army crawl. Crawl under. If you touch one of the poles, you will have to repeat this step. From there, you'll race down to the block and complete 12 step-ups.
1, 2, 3.
From there, you will run to the window. If you dive through the window, you will have to repeat this step. You are only to climb through the window, no touching the top. Next, you will keep running in a straight line. To your left, you will see suspect images. Call out the suspect number that matches the description you were given before the start of the course. This will lead you to the mannequin drag, where you will drag the 150-pound mannequin until the instructor tells you to drop. Once you drop, you will continue to the trigger pull station, where you will need to do a trigger pull with each hand 1 time. Once you do your second trigger pull, your time will stop and the Law Fit course is complete. You'll begin from a seated position in the driver's seat of the vehicle. The seatbelt and shoulder harness will be connected. The door will be closed and unlocked. When the time begins, the participant will exit the cab, go to the rear of the patient care compartment, remove the stretcher using the power assist lower in the wheel carriage with the equipment on. Following this exercise will be the equipment carry. Whenever you're ready. You'll unload the cot and make sure you secure the brakes when you pull it out. The next station, the participant will carry the main medical bag and one other piece of equipment for a total of 100 feet across the paved parking lot. The event will end at event 3. You'll walk this way to the first cone, down to the other one, around and back. You can set the equipment down at the cone. The next event is the car entry. You will set the main bag down along with the other equipment, enter the rear of the vehicle behind the driver's side, shut the door, slide to the other side, exit the passenger side, and then return to the rear of the vehicle to pick up your equipment. Now we'll proceed to the tower for event 4, the stair climb. You'll go all the way to the top floor of the training tower while carrying your medical equipment. You must touch each step as you go up. The next station will be the chest compressions. They must be hard and fast at a compression rate depth of 2 inches and at a rate of 100 compressions per minute. The evaluator will start the clock when the first compression starts. You will continue to compress the mannequin's chest for 2 minutes. The evaluator will advise you when you reach 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute 45 seconds, and 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You will now proceed with the equipment back down the stairs to the second floor. This will be the ventilation simulation. You will ventilate the CPR mannequin once every 6 seconds for a total of 2 minutes. You will demonstrate the ability to deflate and ventilate an average adult patient sufficiently and adequately. You are allowed to change from one hand to the other, but must maintain a regular ventilation rhythm rate of approximately 1 ventilation every 6 seconds for 2 minutes. You will now grab your medical equipment, ascend back to the top of the steps, and repeat the compression scenario one more time. Upon completion, the participant will descend with the main medical bag and other piece of equipment to the second floor and repeat the ventilation simulation. Now the participant will descend with the main medical bag and other piece of equipment to the first floor and complete the patient drag. The participant will grasp the mannequin by any safe means and then drag the mannequin backward for 20 feet and turn the mannequin around a cone marker. The participant will then lower the mannequin back to a supine position on the ground. The next event is stretcher loading. Upon completion, the participant will pick up the main medical bag and other piece of equipment and carry them to the ambulance. Once at the ambulance, they will set the equipment down with the other 2 pieces of EMS equipment. A stretcher with a 185-pound mannequin will be sitting in the load position with the cot secured on the load system trolley. The participant will lift the foot end of the stretcher utilizing the power assist, and the participant will load and secure the stretcher. Event 11. The participant will lift one piece of EMS equipment from the ground, enter the back of the ambulance, and place it on the floor of the unit. Upon completion, the participant will move to the captain's chair, secure themselves with their seatbelt, time will stop, and the agility test is complete.
Hi, I'm Sarah Delgado from the Community Climate Collaborative.
And I'm Jayla Tyler. I'm with the Local Energy Alliance program.
And today we are here promoting our launch of the Energy Resource Hub, which is a partnership with LEAP C3, the City of Charlottesville, and the County of Albemarle. And what we're doing is we are bringing resources to folks, either homeowners, renters, or business owners, to help connect them with discounts, rebates, things like that, to help them do energy efficiency upgrades.
Yeah, we're really proud of it. It's a free resource. We just want to make sure that everybody is informed and kept up to date with the different incentives and, I guess like you mentioned, rebates that can benefit them as they navigate tax season.
Yep, and you can check us out at either of our websites or search the Energy Resource Hub online.
Yep, it's also just energyresourcehub.org, so really easy. You just type that in and you should get all of the information that you need.
Today we are having our Spring 2025 Energy Saving Trees Pickup event. So we've got a bunch of folks from town who are coming to pick up the trees that they reserved a few weeks ago through the Energy Saving Trees program. I think it's really important because we are, having the community get involved with saving energy, planting trees, and it's a lot of fun. It's just a nice engagement opportunity, and we know that the specific program works to strategically plant the trees on the person's property. The benefits of the tree when you plant it strategically is that you'll be able to maximize the shade that it can provide in the summer, maybe windbreak during the winter. Additional benefits are, it helps with stormwater runoff, helps with cleaning the air, and just obviously it helps beautify the neighborhood. So we're now going to be doing this twice a year. So we had the initial fall one a few months ago. So we're going to be doing this again probably in October, and it's a great turnout. I think now we gave away specifically for this event 240 trees, but in total since we've started 840 trees, and they're all being planted here in the city. It's a great event, and we are really appreciative of the enthusiastic support that the community has shown and continues to show, and we love doing this. It's one of our most fun things we do.
My name's Kristel Riddervold, and I'm the director of the city's Office of Sustainability. I have been working for the city for a couple of decades. I started in 2002. I love working with people who are passionate about the work that they do, and we have really committed people on the team and as colleagues. I love working for a city that has had consistent and motivating support for the work that we do, both by the community, by our leadership, and so I love that. I have colleagues who work in communities where that's not the sort of setting that they're in. I love working for a city that's willing to try some new things and that's sees itself as a leader, and we have, we're a relatively small city, and we have a reputation for kind of being leaders in the space and in the Commonwealth and in the region, so I like that. We've been doing environmental work for several decades, so this is not a new space, it's just sort of a new structure to really be able to, as our city manager says, operationalize climate in our organization, support the community in doing this work. It does take a whole village to do climate and sustainability work, so I think that makes it special. We have, like I said, we have a team that's really committed to the work. I think we eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. People come to work because they're driven to do something in their professional life that deals with something that we recognize as a critical problem, but not coming to work hopeless, coming to work we're solution oriented. I love the fact that we have a really passionate and engaged community, and we have a community that not only is willing to step up and make real commitments about really important things, but it's a community that's also then willing to put resources towards it. Whether they're volunteering for cleanup activities, or whether they're participating in removing invasives, or whether they're trying to learn about energy efficiency opportunities in their home, or how an EV might be a good vehicle selection for them. We have a community that wants to be part of the solution, and also one that recognizes that there's value to the environment and there's real value to the people who live in it. We have an easy email. It's environment@charlottesville.org. You can also call me at 970-3631. We are out and about in the community at a lot of different events, so you can always come to an Office of Sustainability table. We have a team, currently we're 6 people, so we do try to show up in a lot of different places, and we try to come up with some fun opportunities. I would say that's something that we're trying to work hard on, is to keep a little bit of the fun in the work, because it is hard and it can be overwhelming, but this is our one shot at it, so you might as well smile occasionally. I used to play the oboe in the University UVA orchestra, and I hope at some point to get back to doing that.
Thank you for joining us for this month's episode of Inside Charlottesville. I'm your host, Afton Schneider. See you next month.